Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bearcats will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. And some room to work. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They believe they can run right here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Mooney. Here's a heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fox. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Fox. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. finds a little space. Flying out to the left. Touchdown Knights! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll give it to Johnson. He's in open space downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Bearcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
And I think early in the football game, man, you're figuring out the win. I think he kind of underestimated that a little bit. Like, throws that football, the wind knocks it down a little bit. The defense takes advantage with some early momentum on that interception.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Now the play fake. Dances away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Here on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. To the ground with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. They'll try to run for it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third.
Turning it on! He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we were ready to play. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now, here's second and long. A run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
No good. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this one. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Going to the run, it's Johnson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Got his man down the middle. Touchdown, Bearcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Wake Forest packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Deeks Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in Winston-Salem. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Anderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Bearcats are in the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Dyer. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help UCF. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run play action. He wants it all. Touchdown Bearcats. Fit it in the window for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Flips it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. The Knights will hustle to the line. He might want another play. Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking downfield on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Got him in the open. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the... No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle. It's Joyner. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Knights decide to punt it away. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Makes a move. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Stealing a score on special teams.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Mooney. Here's the pressure. Got a man, it's Fox. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his target down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Mooney. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Knights will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
And the Cincinnati offense will take over. First and 10.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'll open the second half on the ground. Spins away from the defender. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to fire on second down. Plucks it out of the air. Brings into the open. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The handoff to Johnson. Oh, he's got a chance. He's loose down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. And the route is on. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
31, UCF 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fowler. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Will take over. First and 10.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, they're deep.
There he goes! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
How about this? These guys are going for 2.
Cut it, cut it. Let's go. Tuna.
Looking to throw. Quickly complete. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of this sport.
The give to the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Makes the grab. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Give to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Dyer. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Unleashes one. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
The throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
That one comes out hot down the right side. And he's got it at the 30. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The give from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry up.
Black 24. Black 24. Razor. Belly stutter.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Knights look to keep this drive humming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Mooney. That's caught. It's Ashley. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've reached the break. Cincinnati is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Here we go. Ready?
Snap to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Knights! He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had, and the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming.
Set. Hut.
Looking for a man. It's Mooney. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. Turning it on! The 30, the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bearcats! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And your UCF Knights will take over. First and 10.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
On the double. Come on, set.
To throw, it's Mooney. Under fire. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Knights want to crank the tempo.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Catch in the middle, it's Fox. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Dropping back, it's Mooney. Gets it out quickly. Spins away from one. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the wideout. By himself, he makes the grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. The Knights had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Boom. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
1st and 10.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep.
Breaks into the open. Spins away. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Knights! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 10 over Kennesaw State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
He ends up getting tackled at the 34-yard line. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And the Bearcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
To the air, it's Dyer. He's got an open man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
He's tackled.
Gutsy play caller. There are a lot of coaches out there that would have run the football, try to keep the clock going, or force your opponent to use more timeouts. They throw for it on 3rd down. They get the completion, and with that, they should win this game.
The Bearcats just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
UCF 34.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end, as they will concede defeat. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular.